All right, good morning. So I'm just leaving Grants now and on my way to basically do this road walk reroute. A lot of road walking to get around all the fire closures, all the national forests which are closed. Most people are skipping up, going up to Chama and then continuing the trail from Colorado basically. But yeah, I want to have a continuous footpath. I want to walk all the way from Mexico to Canada, so I'm doing this long reroute. Currently I'm packing about 5 liters of water just because water is a bit like, I don't know exactly where water is. I know one guy went ahead of me, this guy called Wingnut, and he told me that there are water sources along the way, but it's just like, I don't know exactly where. The first one might be close to like 28 miles or something. So yeah, anyway, packing 5 liters and just hoping for the best. But yeah, it should be all right. After about somewhere between 65 and 70 miles, I should actually be able to rejoin the trail and then do the trail for about 44 miles into Cuba. And then after Cuba, it'll be another 3 days of road walking basically up to Chama. I think a decent amount of it is dirt road rather than paved road, so it should be okay. But yeah, apparently it's a little bit scenic as well, so it might be kind of nice. But anyway, Overhill is doing the road walk with me. He's just slightly ahead of me right now. I don't know if Clean Sweep is coming. I think Clean Sweep has a bit of an injury, and so he might be skipping up ahead and then going to wait for Overhill up there. But yeah, basically it's just me and Overhill, so yeah. But yeah, I had a nice rest day in Grants yesterday. You know, took the full day off, which was pretty nice. I don't do that very often. Grants, like I said before, isn't like a really nice town, to be honest, but it was nice at the hostel. The Lava Flow hostel was really great, full of other CDT hikers, so we were just hanging out. You know, we made like spaghetti bolognese for dinner and had some beers, and there were lots of different hikers there, so yeah, it was nice meeting lots of new people. So I had a good rest day, and yeah, feeling well rested. I do have a very slight blister forming, I think basically just from all the paved road walking from the day before yesterday. So hopefully that doesn't get too much worse, we'll see. But yeah, just hope for the best. So far the road walk hasn't been too bad actually. Surprising, there's like barely any traffic. You know, you get the occasional car, most people wave at you, so it's not bad at all. And there's actually some views as well, some nice cliffs, lots of cliffs in the distance up ahead. I could see Mount Taylor for a while, which was pretty cool as well. So far it's not too bad, and it's pretty windy, but for once the wind is actually going in my direction, so that's really nice. I've had a lot of like really windy days in New Mexico, and usually the wind, I would say, is usually coming from the west, but maybe a little bit like northwest sort of. I don't know, I feel like often the wind is just like going straight at me, or at least coming from the side, and for once the wind is like going in my direction. And I don't know, it genuinely, maybe doesn't sound like much, but it genuinely makes things a lot easier, because previously I was getting dust in my eyes, and I don't know, it just feels brutal, like just walking into the wind for hours. But having the wind going with me is really nice. It's also cloudy, so yeah, it's just not too hot, which is ideal, because obviously there's no shade on this walk. But yeah, the paved road is definitely a bit brutal on the feet. Yesterday it was good that I took a 0, and part of the reason I took a 0 is because I wanted to be well rested for this road walk, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this road walk. I want to get it done fairly quickly, just because, well, I'm not on the trail, it's not that interesting, and also the camping situation is a bit like unknown, so I don't want to spend too many nights out here. But yeah, it's definitely tough on the feet, tough on the joints, just the paved road. But I think it's probably about 28 miles of paved road or something until I go past a place called San Mateo. I don't really think there's anything at San Mateo. It's probably just like small community, but like no shops. I don't know. But after that, I think I'll reach dirt roads, and then yeah, hopefully dirt roads until I rejoin the trail. So yeah, not too bad. So it's also really nice to be able to share this road walk with Overhill. You know, just being with someone makes this a lot easier, because it's also a bit more going into the unknown in terms of like water sources and what the camping situation will be and stuff. So it's nice to be with someone, and also it's just like, you know, boring walking on roads, so it's good to have someone to chat to. And Overhill's a great guy. You know, I met him originally on day one in the shuttle, so it's pretty cool that we're still, you know, kind of going at the same pace. So yeah, it's good. Alright, so I didn't film a huge amount today, but just road walking all day, mostly paved road, and then some pretty good dirt road. But yeah, we did a pretty solid day, probably about 40 miles. I think Overhill did like 41 and I did about 40, just because we were staying in different places in Grants. But it's actually been way more scenic than I expected. Really nice views. At certain points, like some of the cliffs in the distance really reminded me of like the first glimpses of the Grand Canyon in the distance on the Arizona Trail, so that was pretty cool. And then we got some, yeah, we just got loads of cool like rock formations around here, so it's been pretty nice. Hasn't been too hot today. Definitely, well, I probably haven't drank enough water, honestly. Like, could have drank more. Just being a bit conservative with it, you know, like, I don't know, unsure about where water's going to be, you know, given that we're not, you know, on the main CDT line. You know, we know that Wingnut went ahead and he told us that the water sources weren't bad, but he didn't give any like specifics. So, you know, who knows if it's going to be like, you know, 20 miles to the next water or something. Wingnut's kind of crazy. So when he says it's not bad, like, I don't know what that means. So definitely been carrying like usually 4 liters or something around there. But yeah, it's been actually pretty good. We've found a few water sources, so it's been kind of just like normal CDT hiking. Like, honestly, this alternate that we've made for ourselves is not that bad. I thought it would be worse. It's actually kind of just feels like you're on the CDT. You got nice views occasionally and doing a bit of dirt road walking. So yeah, pretty solid day, 40 miles. Kind of got some blisters forming, but not too bad. Hopefully feel good in the morning and can do a decently long day, and we'll hopefully get back on the main CDT line, past the national forest, where it's like now open because it's BLM land rather than national forest. But yeah, should be good. But I'm just cowboy camping. Overhill's just set up his tent, and yeah, gonna eat a ton of food and then go to bed. So see you guys tomorrow.